Hello, third grade, and welcome to our math skill for today. After you have watched the video on how to read an analog clock, we will do these two practice pages. I'll do the first three with you, and you'll do the rest on your own. So when we are reading an analog clock, we are counting by fives on the whole numbers. We always start with the hour hand, which is the shorter hand, and find which two numbers it's between. The hour is always the smaller number it is in between. Then we go to the minute hand. We first count by fives until we get to the closest whole number. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then we count by ones. 31, 32. So the time here is showing 9:32. Going with the second one. Sometimes we have to look closely at where the hour hand is because if it hasn't passed 12, then it's not to the next hour yet. So let's first look at where the hour hand is right here. Now it might look like it's at 6, but it's really between 6 and 5. And I know this because the minute hand has not passed 12 yet. Then I can count them where the minute hand is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. And I can count by ones. 56, 57, 58, 59. It is 5:59. Now a trick to counting quicker that you learn in third grade is by multiplying by 5. So if your hour hand is close to the 7, you can multiply 7 times 5, and that's 35. Then you just have to count by ones to get to the actual minute. So again, we start by looking at the hour and the smaller whole number, 7. And I'm going to find the minute hand by going 7 times 5, which is 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. You may pause the video now to complete the rest of these analog clocks. Make sure you highlight and circle the smaller digit for the whole number and are counting correctly. Now on for part 2. We're drawing the hour and the minute hand on the clocks so that they represent the time shown. So for this one, we are going to start with the minute hand because that will tell us where the hour hand should go. So these numbers right here we call Roman numerals. They really represent the same numbers that they would on a clock. If a clock does not have the numbers, you can always write them in. So here we're starting at 1 in the same spot and finding 45. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. That's where the minute hand is going to be. And whenever we draw the minute hand, we want it to touch the minute and then come back to the middle. For the hour hand, I want you to grab red for the hour hand. And I know it's going to be between 12 and 1, but it's further in the hour, so it's going to be closer to 1 o'clock than it would be 12 o'clock. So I'm going to have it pointing just a little bit closer to 1 o'clock. Number 2, 3:05. So even though there aren't any numbers, I know that 1 always starts right here. And that is 5 minutes into the hour. So I'll draw my my minute hand. And my hour hand is at 3. So that would be between 3 and 4. And it's closer to 3 o'clock than 4 o'clock. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to be closer to 3 o'clock than 4 o'clock. Number 3. Starting with the minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Sure it's touching the minutes. And then it's closer to 12 o'clock than it is to 11 o'clock. So when I'm writing my hour hand, between 12 and 11, I'm going to put it a little bit closer to 12. Now once you are finished with this page, you can move on to the next activity for today.